Hello everyone. I think it's the fourth time I'm recording this video, and it's really a reflection of my reality. Today I'm going to talk about full moon and about the process of ascension, evolution, growth. So as human beings and as a creature that having life inside of them, everything is cycles of age, cycles of mental, cycles of spirituality, and we are going and in and coming out of cycles all the time. This is the movement of life. In cycle, out cycle, in cycle, out cycle. It's like waves, right? This is how it works. So as I'm dedicating myself to do inner work, I'm going in and out from cycles that have to do with the energy realms, with realms that are not visible in the physical realms. But of course, I'm doing it also in my physical realms because it's unavoidable. And now I'm in the midst of a cycle. And this cycle of growing, of expanding is never easy. Because when you are growing, when you are expanding your energy, expansion needs space. Meaning that there are so many things that need to be cleaned out of my fields in order to allow the expansion to expand itself, right? To grow. And cleaning traumas, blocks, and stuff that are not supposed to be on my energy fields, bigger as they are, is never easy. Because when every time you're going into a new cycle, the stuff that you need to release are deeper. When it's deeper, it's harder to scratch. And I'm in this space of physical pains, sadness, depression. I don't want to do anything. I don't feel meeting anyone. I literally in this uncomfortable place when suddenly I feel that there are so many things I did that I cannot do anymore. So many people that I have in my field that I don't want to have anymore. It's not because they are bad or these places are bad. Maybe few of them are. It just doesn't match to my frequency. And I do believe 100% that we didn't come here to suffer. We didn't. So the way not to suffer, even though I'm suffering a little bit, I have pains, but there is a way to deal with that. And it's with observing and understanding and having a conscious growth, meaning I'm fully aware that I'm growing my consciousness. I'm fully aware that all my pains and all my lack of motivation and all my uncomfortable moments are coming from the fact that for so many years I wasn't my true self. I tried to be somebody else because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be part of society. And then I realized, I cannot fit in. I don't want to fit in. So becoming my true self now after so many years, it's really, really hard because then I need to stand in front of you and tell you, yeah, I have the same name, but I'm not really the person who you think I am. Yes, I have, I'm not going to take off my skin and become this monster, or this alien, but in a way I am. Because this is my first real human experience. Even though I have DNA, that, of course, I have a human DNA, that I remember a lot of things that sits on this DNA because it's all memory and information. But I have also galactic DNA that I'm carrying. So I remember so many information and stories from another planet. So all these uncomfortable things that I carried with myself all these years, now I'm saying that's it. I cannot wait anymore and be uncomfortable because it makes other people to be uncomfortable, because this is who I am and that's it. So when you are true to yourself, everything is changing outside because everything aligns with you. So this is what I'm going through now, and it involved with physical pains, with sadness, with lack of energy, and all these uncomfortable thing, and I really want to sit on the sofa and do nothing the whole day. And it freaks me out also because I live in New York City. It's a very capitalistic place. I need to work and pay my rent. But then again, do I? Maybe if I will jump to this process fully, because now I'm 99%. I have few more things that I need to do in order to be 100%. And these things are not comfortable, like quitting my job. So how am I going to pay the rent? Well, I need to trust. But it's hard to trust because I did it a few times in my life. I left everything and I jumped into the water and it was a disaster. But today, I'm in a different place. So I'm having this, momentary gap that I still need to do in order to fully trust the fact that I know 100% that this is what I need to do, and it will be okay, and I will be okay, and everything will somehow, get it into its own natural place. Now I'm not in my own natural place, but I'm getting there. I want to be there. So I'm in these moments, hours, days that I'm about to jump fully into this pool of my authentic self. And thank God that I went through a few cycles of growing, that I have the tools. So for example, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel body pains, if you feel that you want to have a change, there is two ways to do it. One is unconsciously. You just go through life, you just having this pain, you don't know, you take Advil, or you just, you are afraid to leave your job, or you are afraid to stop eating meat or whatever. Or as an observant, that I'm looking at myself from the side and I'm saying, okay, I know where I'm at and I'm going to manage it. Manage it with the tools that I have, meaning do inner work, because you're not going to tune yourself inside. The outside will be a chaos. Simple as that. So this is small about expansion, ascension, growth. And now I'm going to talk about full moon. Full moon, basically the moon, is giving us the opportunity to understand what are cycles, to understand that every beginning of a cycle has its end, and we can use it in order to release stuff that we don't want to have anymore in our life, like I'm doing right now in my ascension cycle. So, the moon for me is very interesting. Like, I have no doubt, I saw that there is life inside of the moon. I know what's going on there. I saw it. Doesn't matter. I don't need the proof, because when I know something, I just know it. That's how I take things. But it doesn't really matter, because the role of the moon is helping Earth to balance its energies, right? And we have our own moon, which is inside of our brain, next to the pineal gland, not far from there. There is a moon, and this moon helps us to balance our energies, our vibrations, our frequencies, and to put them always in their natural path, because we are just in a chaos most of the time, we human beings. This is why our reflection now is world chaos, wars and conflicts, right? So by doing meditation, by doing the inner work, I'm using the moon all the time in order to balance myself. But once a month, when the moon is full, I'm doing also a physical ceremony, which I have no idea where I picked it up from, or where I learned that. Maybe I saw it somewhere, but I'm doing it for many years already. All you need to have is a pen and a paper and something to burn the paper in. And don't make a fire in your house. Just have like a small plate or something that cannot be too dangerous. And what we are going to do now is we are going to write on this small paper all the stuff that we want to release out of our life. We don't want them anymore. And I have a few ideas, because this is what stops me in order to finish this cycle of growth. And I feel it physically, like every time I'm thinking about these things, I have pains here, I have pains here, and I have pains in my lower back. So take your pen and paper and write anything you want to release out of your life. It can be anything. Okay. You can also release pains. You can also ask, I am releasing all my lower back pains. I'm asking to release all the pains in my body. I'm asking to release the pains in my lower back. You know, you can ask whatever you want. That's the trick, and it's really fun. And it's working most of the time. I'm asking to release all my fears, all my fears. All my fears of growing. Okay. You can stop the video and continue writing 10,000 stuff that you want to release, because it's fine. Probably I will do it again. Maybe if I will remember something that I forgot. And then this is a very dramatic moment, because I'm going to burn it, and ask from the moon and from the universe to help me release all my fears and all my pains and all the stuff that doesn't have anything to do anymore with my growth and are actually blocking me from becoming the best version I can be. Yay. It's really try not to make any, any problems with the fire detector. Okay. Ooh. Bah. It's burning. And now I want you to imagine that with this smoke, all your fears, all your pains, everything you ask to be released is released into the infinite universe. And now we are going to do a cleansing meditation, very short one, in order to close this very small ceremony in a way that will allow us to open the next one much more connected and much more aligned to this field that we are, to life, to the source of life. I'm always make sure that I'm connected to the source of life. Yes, I can bring information from the Council of Light and from a lot of beings that are not at the source of life, but they are at the source of life, because nothing really comes out of source of life. Nothing really being, basically there is nothing here. We are not here. And it's hard to perceive that, but that's why I'm saying life is a point of view. From my point of view, everything here is very real and I can touch the chair and the floor. But from the point of view of the creation, we are not even here. So, okay, so sit comfortably. Okay. And let's take 3 deep breaths. I want you to continue close your eyes and just breathe until I will start to guide you in the cleansing process. Now I want you to imagine that there is a huge ray of light comes out from the infinite space into your crown chakra and going through your body, along the throat, the heart, the spine, and get into our hip area, like the sexual organs. And this light splits into our 2 legs and flowing from our hips onto our feet and comes out from our feet. So we have 3 rays of light, one that came from the infinite, then it split into 3, one in the center, one on the right leg, one on the left leg, and then when it came out of the feet, 3 of them joined together to a very big ray of light. And we are going with this ray of light, slowly, to the center of the earth. Before we are starting our journey to the center of the earth, we are imagining that the moon is on our left side, giving her light upon us and helping us on our journey to the center of the earth, like the moon is the engine. So we are going down the center of the earth, through the stones and the crystals and the lava and the fire and the water and the crystals, and we are at the center of the earth while the moon is still shining on us with another ray of light. Now, while we are sitting at the center of the earth, the light of the moon is literally cleaning us like a bath, like a light bath, but the light of the moon. So it washes with its light our face and our head and our neck and our shoulders and hands and our chest and our stomach and our lower back and our butt and our hips and lower legs and feet, and it really cleaning our body with its balanced moonlight. While it's doing it, it's releasing smokes. You see smog, like smokes coming out from a lot of areas in your body, from your knees, from your toes, from your fingers, from the ears. And all this smoke is coming out and stays at the center of the earth. I have smoke comes from here, a lot of stuck energy. When you finished, let's start to go back from the center of the earth. Let's sit on a carpet, white carpet, in the shape of a circle. That in the circle there is a shape of a square, of a triangle. And inside of the triangle there is a shape of a square. And we are sitting in the middle, like Aladdin's carpet. And we have still the light of the moon and the ray of light, which is our elevator, and we are slowly starting to come out, flying on the carpet, through the crystals and the stones and the dirt and the water and the fire and the lava and the crystals and the water and the sand, and back to where we are sitting right now. I'm back in my apartment. You're gonna go back to your place. Now I'm gonna ask the Council of Light if there is anything that they want to share with me. They're showing me a lot of trees, mountains, purple and pink stones. Basically, it's a beautiful scene. Is there any information that you can give me, the Council of Light, that can help me in the process of expansion and whoever is going through the same thing? They're showing me ice bath. Oh my god. Okay. yeah, it involves a lot of water. I need to use a lot of water in order to support the process of ascension, drinking, bathing, washing myself. Now they're showing me the planet Earth is going through the same process. The difference is in the space. Basically, space is created by movement. As long as the movement is bigger, meaning wider, the wave is bigger, the space is bigger. This is why the moon cycle are just every 28 days and the earth cycle is every 2160 days. But it's only one cycle. There are infinite cycles. Every expression that comes from the source of life is going through. The only difference between the cycle is in their space that comes from the certain movement it's had. And then it creates the time. If we want to grow faster, if we really want and ready, because sometimes it's just we are not ready, but if we want and ready, it's just, it might be a little bit more painful because sometimes we are forcing on ourselves stuff that doesn't match to our frequency. And this is where pain happens. This is my back pain now, they're telling me. So my back pain comes from me forcing on myself stuff that A, doesn't match my frequency. Basically doesn't match my frequency. Whether I'm not there yet or I'm not there anymore. And the only way to release my pains that I'm carrying so many years is to just do whatever I need to do and jump fully into it. And no fear. Whatever you do, whatever you need to do, now I have a reaction, wow. Whatever you need to do that is connect to everything that you are connected to, the universe will support. Oh my God, this is really scary. Yes, it's scary, but in a way, there is fear. The fear is only a reflection of something that you are limiting yourself with. So just stop limiting yourself. Don't be afraid. We are here to support. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the hot water or cold water. Council of Light, I want to ask you about the moon. The moon, we are very, as human beings, we are very curious about the moon. We have this thing of walking on the moon, reaching the moon. What is the moon? Oh my God. So the moon is like, I said before, is like the kind of like control room of a certain energies that needs to be managed, like we have in our own brain, because the galaxy is our own body and the universe is our own body. Our body is basically everything. It's reflection of every system of life that exists, and the moon is just one of the parts, but the moon is its own universe too. It's also a reflection of the life system everywhere. Everything is a fully life system, but it's also a part of another life system. And it's an infinite. So the moon, and there are energies that are sitting on the moon, and these energies are just kind of like using the moon as so they're showing me that the moon is like bouncing. It's like when there's supposed to be any frequency coming out from, for example, from the Pleiades, they're using the moon in order to understand the coordinations. So there is beings in the moon, on the moon, not on the moon, but it's like a base. It's not a living planet like planet Earth. It's more like a base that helps energies that wants to come into Earth, or information. For example, when we were seated here 200,000 years ago, 200,000 years ago, the moon helps the information to not distort it, to not go into a different course, something like that. This is what I see. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, interesting. Okay. Thank you, Council of Light, for this information. Thank you for supporting me, and I feel so much love from you. And I'm proud to be part of the Council of Light. So thank you so much. This is very nice. I think it's the nicest full moon ceremony I've done with myself. So yeah, now the leftovers of the papers you burn, just put it in the toilet and flash it away from you. We have nothing to lose anymore. We have no time to waste, and we know it. We all know it. The people who understand that there is more than the eye see, just know it. So thank you very much. I hope I recorded everything. Yes, and I hope my next video will be happier or joyful, or I will be after this cycle, who knows. Enjoy.